So I know you've spoken in years past about how important it is to build your base between the seasons, and I know you missed some training time this time around. So like, when did you get back to full volume in training, and how is that time that you missed going to affect your racing this spring, you think?
How it's gonna affect it? I don't know, but it's definitely, when you're not doing the things that you've planned, it's difficult to tell, what the outcome is. But in one way or another, it definitely affects, the whole thing.
Yeah.
But I'll say the last 4-5 months, it's been pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And have you done exactly what you wanted? Has that been full training, or have you had to
like the first part is kind of, building it a little bit and just being a little bit cautious. But the rest of it has been pretty good, considering what I would have liked to have been doing, initially.
Yeah.
So it's but at the same time, I'd say for the first time I'm probably in a position where, every day going forward from here I'll just get better, because the time since my injury will just be further back, which is kind of nice, but that's not the usual case, because I'm training pretty good, throughout the whole year for many years. So and if you tweak it right, you can kind of be at your best even at the first race. So you don't necessarily need a couple of races to build up your fitness. So that's kind of how it goes. I think it's I probably need to be a little bit realistic and say that 6 months ago there was a lot of uncertainty, and because I was injured, and you never know how long time it's going to take, and all these different things. So I think I'm pretty lucky with the way I've been recovering, considering everything. So it's I have to acknowledge the fact that I'm here. I'm racing tomorrow, which is something that I was not certain of this winter.
A lot of athletes, when they're injured, they don't like talking about it. They kind of shut people out. You invited the media to your house in Norway. You did a lot of interviews. Why did you choose to do that, coming back from
I was not
injury?
willingly. No, it's sometimes it's because the interest. Sometimes it's more than or demand is more than what I'm giving. So obviously sometimes it's to reduce the just general noise. It's better to explain what's happening, kind of an update. I think it's I'm part of the game at this stage and this level. So it's but it's definitely not something that I enjoy, because every athlete wants to have a perfect year with perfect training, perfect everything. Sometimes that's not the case.
Mm-hmm. One of the interviews you gave with the Times, you said it was an issue giving people like Josh Kerr attention. And I'm wondering what's the issue there? What do you think?
It's a good question, because I think for me I think it's difficult to dislike someone at the personal level without knowing the people, because we just meet each other in the middle of the summer. We don't know each other. My competitors definitely don't know me, so it's for them to have a personal issue, multiple layers of personal issues with me as a person and my family. It's just laughable. So I think the issue I'm having is acknowledging the fact that there's a lot of issues there, which is I just think that's untrue.
Do you dislike Josh?
I don't know him, but I can. I mean, it depends on multiple things. I think it's very funny that that my competitors don't have any issues with me as long as I'm winning. But as soon as they start winning, they're having all of these different issues with me as a person. So I think that's maybe because they are bad winners. Sorry. But as I said, I don't know the people. I just know that some things that they're saying is just at the border of lying. and maybe being a coward because nobody's told me anything to my face. Which is, if I dislike someone and I have something I want to say to them, I approach them and confront them and tell them what I mean and tell them what I want. But all of a sudden being each other's friends while throwing each other under the bus in the winter when you're in a safe environment in a podcast is a coward move.
So you haven't spoken to Josh since Budapest then?
We've never spoken. Or like, I would say we've had a normal relationship, but as I said, we're competitors first and foremost. So we don't know each other that well. We are all at a different part of the world. Like me, Jared, people. We are a big group that's maybe rotating a little bit between maybe 20 runners. Some of us are closer than others. So it's I would say it's impossible to have something weight to different things that we say or mean about each other, because at the end of the day we're all trying to win and we're all trying to do our best. If there's something more than that, I don't believe it.
And have you requested a specific pace for the race tomorrow?
No, that I have not.
But there will be a pace. Do you know what the pacemaker is going through?
No, I'm not sure when the technical meeting is. Maybe it was yesterday, maybe it was this today, I don't know. But I think it would all depend. Obviously, we are all, the whole field has a different approach, and getting into this race. Some have competed quite a lot, some have not competed. So it's all about finding a balance. I think the person that wants to have the fastest pace is probably the one asking for it.
Yeah. Do you have a preference for how fast it goes out?
No.
All right. Appreciate your time, Jakob. Thank you very much.
You have an issue with somebody, you'll speak to them directly. Have you made any, or has anyone in that group made any efforts between each other to have that conversation about things that have been said, or between you and Josh?
No, I don't think so. So as far as I'm concerned, there's no issues. But what happens between closed doors with a microphone is maybe it was a private conversation. That I don't know. But no, I don't know. It's but it really doesn't matter. If it's I think it's probably cool for the audience because that's what they like. I think that's why boxing and MMA and all these different things where people are it's more of a show, which attracts attention and a lot of people. But my approach is more strict and kind of fact-based, and I'm a man of some principles that if I have an issue with someone, I'm gonna approach them. But usually we are selfish enough and able to be selfish enough in this sport that we can focus on ourselves. I think that's needed to be able to look to yourself and prepare yourself as good as possible to be able to perform as good as you can.
Do you feel like kind of the narrative that the media has taken from the interactions is a fair narrative, or do you feel like it's been taken out of context in any way?
If I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what the narrative is because I don't care. So it's like if it helps sell tickets, then that's great.
You feel like that's part of the job as an athlete to get people in those stadiums.
I'm not doing anything outside of performing, and obviously hoping that people want to contribute to the sport in the way of watching it, maybe in person or even on television or whatever. But I believe that people running fast and accomplishing great things, even rivalries and competing, is what sport is all about.
And then in terms of just tomorrow, like where do you feel like you're at, kind of percentage, 100% at your best to below that? Where are you at right now?
I have no idea. It's also the way that we work in our training. Is that usually I don't have no idea. So I definitely have no idea now because we never really test ourselves and test our fitness. We always, try to just do the minimal effort in training, in the way of trying to hit splits that has a meaning behind it, so it serves its purpose, and never try to overdo anything. So it's I've not simulated a race, and I rarely do so in training, which is why I have a gut feeling how things are, and of course it's you have to perform and do your best either way. But I'm as excited as you are, so I'm looking forward to tomorrow, and for me it's definitely a test to see what my fitness is. I've been not able to do what I was supposed to do this winter, which has an impact on my fitness today. But what it means directly, that I have no idea.
The workouts that you have been doing, have they indicated to you that you're in a good spot, or close to where you feel like you need to be?
It's kind of a dilemma that I've been facing in the last couple of weeks and couple of months, because I've tried to hold the mileage quite high and for as long as I can. So I've kind of pushed the specific work as far as I could leading up to this race. So if I'm reaching the fitness that I need in time, that I don't know. But I will definitely get a lot better every day going forward, which is it's nice.
Good luck tomorrow.
Thanks.
Jakob.
Thank you.